How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zan over here bringing us a brand new discussion for today. And for today's segment, guys, we are going to be talking about To Be a Hero Episode 2, guys. Parodies, and more parodies was all in this episode, guys. Pure comical parodies. I, for one, was laughing at the insane amount of parodies that were involved in this anime episode, guys. And for one thing, guys, there's actually more story involved in this episode as well, guys. Like I said, the anime art style is actually like horrendous, don't get me wrong, but it just goes so well with what type of story that they're trying to portray. It's so hilarious, guys. It's so freaking hilarious. Now, this episode was more about the two brand new villains that were introduced. Ouroboros and I believe the Chicken Overlord. This whole episode, it was entirely the entire premise of this episode was all about these two guys. And the reason I say that is because of the fact that, while I would say the old man is actually doing his own thing, trying to get back to normal in this episode, we see two brand new villains who try to do their own shenanigans. While, like I said, it's so hilarious that the anime itself has so many events transpiring all around each other that they still all connect in itself, guys. And this episode was a very fine example of that. Episode 2 involved, I would say, the old guy trying to get back to normal and his living situations with Yamada-san, the next door neighbor. Now, this episode actually also involved more on Yamada himself, guys. It was actually very interesting to see how he actually is in his household, and it's very hilarious at the fact that in his household, he's actually still naked. This guy, wow, he's an exhibitionist, and it's so hilarious the fact that even if he's around neighbors, he still doesn't, at least he has some decency to at least cover himself slightly up. But it's just hilarious that the old man is actually just looking at him saying that, at least cover yourself up when I'm around. Like, you could tell, like, he's actually trying to tell him that, but it just seems that Yamada-san tries to, like, I would say, blur him out with his own speech and dialogues as well. It's just so hilarious how these two characters are connecting as well, and it's hilarious that the old man actually gives in to Yamada-san as well, because it kind of goes along to say, like, I'm already in the deepest, darkest of hell itself, and I can't stoop any lower than this, so he kind of goes along with whatever's going on. Maybe that's what's also very intriguing about the character, the main character himself, the old man, is the fact that he's very versatile when it comes to being anywhere he is, guys. Even though he's in very much pain everywhere he's at, he's very versatile. He knows how to cope with it. Like I said, the way that they kind of make him cope with it is, in a comical sense, but in the long scheme of things, he's actually coping pretty well. That's the way I see it. Probably because it's the first 2 episodes, so we don't know how he's gonna be coping throughout the rest of the series. But in this episode, it looks like he's doing fairly well for now. Just for now. I'm gonna say that for now. Just in this episode, he's doing very well. But like I said, in this episode, guys, like I said, pure comical parodies. And with Yamada-san, by the way, like I was pretty stated, he does get his own backstory. We can look at the scene as a little bit of his past, and it seems that his wife actually left him and did not want to be a part of his life anymore. And his son as well. It seems that his son even didn't want to be with him himself. And he actually, it kind of explains why Yamada-san's kind of a little bit weird. It's the way he kind of treats his family members. He wanted to do a foursome with his family members, and it kind of goes on to say, like, you don't really say that to a family member. I don't even think that shouldn't even be the number one thing on your head when it comes to family members. I'm kind of speechless when I kind of heard that part. It wasn't even funny. It was kind of a little bit cringy. Like, Yamada-san, this character, he's gonna bring cringe moments like throughout the rest of the series. That's the way I'm seeing with this character, guys. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, prepared to be cringe throughout the whole way, guys. The cringe train is coming with Yamada-san. But like I said, the episode kind of was very well introduced, and like I said, so much parodies were involved in this episode, guys. And that is, how it was back with Hoi Hoi and the Iron Shrimp. These two characters, I'm still trying to think what their parodies were. I'm assuming Hoi Hoi is just supposed to represent at least alien species. I'm trying to, I'll figure it out later. I'll figure it out. I'll try to see what Hoi Hoi was about. The Iron Shrimp probably has to deal, I would say, is more deal with how main anime involved with robot enemies. That's the way I kind of see it. And it's hilarious that in this episode, when they involve Chicken Overlord and Ouroboros, they involved by using their own, I would say, their own tactics against themselves, guys. That's what I find hilarious. The anime keeps doing that over and over again for most of these villains. It just use the same weapon against themselves, and the main character just seems to not give a damn about anything. Doesn't give a damn. It's just like I said, you can't go into this anime with a full serious mode. You can't. It's just that aspect, guys. You cannot do that. And I'm loving the anime though. Don't get me wrong. I am loving it entirely. That I am able to sit down through each and every episode, and from beginning to the end, it connects with many viewers because it's you know, it's comedy. It's entertainment, guys. This episode is pure entertainment. With Ouroboros, I did love how the fact that with Ouroboros, they are for mispronouncing his name, that they actually have to put a censor beep in it because it was actually saying Urobolics. That was pretty funny in a sense, because it's kind of like saying that, like, you know, like why are they kind of shooting that at him? Like it's as if the author is trying to say, you know what, I'm gonna shoot at it because it's a Japanese name. So maybe that's what they're kind of doing, because it's the Japanese honorifics. So that's what they're kind of saying, Urobolics. But it could be in itself. It could be. I could be wrong. It could be something entirely else. But Ouroboros is actually a parody of the X-Men Wolverine, because in the episode itself, he actually had adamantium. I was gonna say claws. He had an adamantium claw, and he stabbed himself in the head, being the idiotic character that he was, and boom, he was out. With Chicken Overlord in this episode, that was actually very different, guys. Chicken Overlord kind of reminded me of against a villain. It was like these chicken species that like had ultra supersonic screeches. It reminded me something off of Gantz itself, and it's hilarious at the fact that the main character, all he did was just kind of like told him, like, kind of did something weird with his arms. He kind of like basically like reverted the sound back to the main character, and I'm here thinking like, okay, I guess that could kind of work. But like I said, the episode ended off very well in itself, and I'm wondering as to what more enemies are going to be involved in this anime. That's what I'm personally wondering, guys. Like I said, guys, this anime episode was entertaining in itself, guys. And I'm seeing that it seems that I love how the fact that the main character was actually involving his scheme. You know, he's actually very smart in a sense, guys. He actually told the villains, you know, hey, since you're invading Earth, can you guys at least contact the Hero Committee? I'm trying to get in contact with them, but I seem to can't. Like I said, you know, he's breaking the fourth wall of what main animes, you know, like mainstream animes are actually involved doing. And it's hilarious the fact that, you know, that in this anime episode, you know, he's actually going to incorporate these kind of I would say tropes involved in it. It's just hilarious, guys. It's just freaking hilarious. But like I said, guys, that's it for today's anime. Like I said, this anime episode was very entertaining. I hope you guys were entertained as much as I was. But let me know down in the comments below, what parodies did you guys find in this episode itself. Like I said, there's many parodies that I probably might have missed itself. But let me know down in the comments below, who's actually your favorite villains. So far, I would say the Iron Shrimp is my favorite villain in this series, just because he had a pretty cool entrance. He was pretty badass. I was gonna say Ouroboros, not really, because it just looks something like he just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem very fairly interesting in my honest opinion. Same thing with Chicken Overlord. They just seem like they're not that as interesting as Iron Shrimp, because Iron Shrimp has some mystery involved with this character, and I'm hoping to see more of Iron Shrimp involved. But like I said, guys, as always, give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more of my anime related To Be Hero content. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day, and peace out, guys.